Hello, my name is Victoria Siciliano and this is Jamie Capone and we're the heads of Fund Finance.
Today, we will be talking about a few stocks that we think will add great diversity and profit to your stock portfolio. Victoria and I are currently focusing on 4 stocks that we have purchased and are enjoying the fact that the stock is flourishing. The 4 stocks are in diverse industries that will not be affected by the current state of the economy.
Johnson & Johnson is in the drug manufacturers industry. Cisco is part of the network and communication devices industry. Philip Morris is part of the cigarette industry, and Kimberly-Clark is part of the personal products company.
These industries are all involved with the products that consumers will continue to buy even in the worst economic times. I have focused my attention on Philip Morris, and Victoria has focused herself on Kimberly-Clark. We feel that after our report, you should be more than confident to go out and purchase some stocks in the flourishing companies. The industry of cigarettes is one that always keeps a constant growth. There will always be people who smoke and new people who start. Despite ads in the media that encourage people to quit, there are always those who buy cigarettes because it is an addiction of theirs. It is safe to say that it is an industry with stability. Philip Morris is the leading company that deals with manufacturing and sales of cigarettes internationally.
Personal products is an industry that is changing and growing every day. New technologies, innovation, and research allow developers at companies such as Huggies, Kotex, and Goodnight make products more appealing to customers. After some research, I saw that the personal products industry is one that always will be prosperous. People are always going to need to buy feminine products, diapers, and tissues. Kimberly-Clark is a company that also manufactures hygiene goods, such as gloves, masks, and gowns for doctors and surgeons. The constant demands for the products offered through this industry allow it to be extremely stable and constant in growth.
Philip Morris is the leading company for cigarettes internationally. It owns cigarette companies all over the world. It manufactures and sells cigarettes and other tobacco products internationally. Marlboro, Virginia Slims, and Parliament are examples of their companies. It owns companies in North America, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia.
Kimberly-Clark is a leading company in personal products. It produces diapers, tissues, feminine products, and surgical products. It operates in 4 segments: personal care, consumer tissue, KC Professional and other, and healthcare. The revenue growth of Kimberly-Clark is quite impressive. The industry's average is 9.10, and the average of Kimberly-Clark is 8.2 every quarter, which is pretty stable. What about Philip Morris?
Philip Morris is pretty stable. Every quarter, they're better than the leading corporations because their revenue growth is 17.50%.
That's actually really impressive. The beta of Kimberly-Clark is 0.33, which gives investors insurance that is not a risky stock and does not fluctuate as much as the market does. What about Philip Morris?
Unfortunately, the beta for Philip Morris is undisclosed, therefore I can't really tell you what their beta really is.
Alrighty. Well, what about the managers of Philip Morris?
The managers are relatively young. So they're about middle age, so they're going through their midlife crisis. So like Mr. Louis C. Cammarelli, he's 53. He's relatively young, so the management of the company won't be affected for some time. How about Kimberly-Clark?
I could say the same. I mean, most of them are in their late 40s, early 50s, and their salaries are pretty decent, and they clearly exercise their stock options. So it's safe to say that the company's future will not be affected for some time by the managers, right?
Right. So your corporate governance rating, how's that?
Well, it's better than 85.2% of the S&P 500 companies and 96.9% better than all other companies in personal products. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
That is really amazing.
What about Philip Morris?
Unfortunately, the corporate governance rating is undisclosed, like it's beta. Therefore, I really can't tell you.
All right, we'll deal with it. But let's just see from the other things. This is a pretty good stock to buy. What don't you think? I think you should buy it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. How old is this company of yours?
Well, this company has been around for a pretty long time. It's since 1967, so it's a strong company. It's stable, And yeah, it produces cigarettes, and everybody that smokes needs cigarettes as a stress reliever.
Okay.
So, how about your company, Kimberly and Clark?
Well,
How's
see, Kimberly and Clark has been around for 136 years. So why wouldn't you want to buy a stock in Kimberly or Clark as opposed to Energizer, which only started in 1999? So 10 years, 136 years. Come on, people, keep it going.
And the direct competitor comparison, how's that?
Well, the stability of Kimberly and Clark and the efficiency of the way the managers run it, it just makes it clear that you need to buy a stock here. And the market cap is $25.2 billion a year, so it's efficient and stable, and it doesn't really change. So you know that the company is always going to be making money, and you're going to get your money.
Oh yeah, that's definitely our direct competitor comparison for Philip Morris is of a market cap of $7.01 billion. It's probably the biggest in the cigarette company because their next competitor, British American Tobacco, is only $3.73 billion. Therefore, Philip Morris is by far the best cigarette company. After all this, don't you think Philip Morris and Kimberly Clark are the way to go? Hopefully, our presentation has allowed you to see the benefits of these companies.
Those were just some of the statistics that we felt important to include about our companies, but feel free to go look up more. Thank you for your time. Be sure to check next time with Fun Finance.
Oh yeah.